Hello everyone, in today's video we are gonna see how to make a sanitizer dispenser. So in today's video we are gonna see how to make it. Hello everyone, in today's video we are gonna see how to make a sanitizer dispenser. So sanitizer dispenser are very useful for this pandemic. As we are not using it, we have made it non-automatic. So let's see how to operate it. So first of all, here we have a sanitizer bottle, and there is a straight rod which is connected through it and which is connected to the servo. So this might not work if you are using a small servo like me. If you are using a big servo, then I say that it will definitely work. So if I connect it, so here you can see every time I take my hand, it comes. So the servo needs a high much power which is not enough in 3.3 voltage. So this is how it works. So now this can be kept in offices, in homes, and in almost in everywhere in the public places. So whenever a person keeps a hand like this and when presses, in the pandemic, people would just press it like this, but it is completely unsafe. So whenever a people gets a hand like this, and the servo will start to run, and this will push, and the liquid will be ejected. So why this is not working? This is because the power. So let me show you when it is powering up. So the Arduino doesn't get a high power. See, when it reduces, the light really closes. See, like that it happens. But if you're using a big servo, that would be advanced motion lag, big gear, and big motors like that. So I'm not having a big gear motor. So now we have, when you attach your servo like this, then it would just pump. So whenever hand goes like this, so because of not using the big servo, it is not working. But when you are using a big servo, it would definitely work, and press it and it would eject. So this is a really cool invention, and this you can try it at home with a big servo motor, but I do not have it. So now you can use it. Now let's see the coding of it and how does it programs. So now guys, let's see what to do it. So now here you can see that first we have included as normal servo.h, and we have defined it a pin for it, and the servo for just an indication, and its sound should be at least at 250. So when it revolves, it just presses it. And here you have your serial monitor. When it is connected to it, the serial monitor will be running. Next up, the trigger pin will be your output, and your echo pin will be your input. You can't just literally change it because this blue color things are just for your reference. So it doesn't actually changes. The pin mode is in trigger pin and echo pin. That means it has to both work on trigger pin and in the echo pin. So now we have servo attached to 0, 4 and 0. So 0 wire, you can see that the wire is at 0. The servo dot right is at 0. This describes that the negative and positive are where? In the ground and in the 5 volt. And next of all, we have the servo pins. It's just 4, and servo right is 0. This attach means that where does the signal pins goes? It goes to digital pin number 4. And servo write is 0. Servo write literally in the means that it should write in the serial monitor. So next we have void loop. What should happen again and again? So the long duration distance. So how does that distance go? So if the trigger pin ensures that it is low means completely off. Okay, so it doesn't seems like low or high, it's nothing but it just turns off, so the trigger pin at this point of time doesn't work. Next of all, delay microseconds to microseconds in the sense it already works in microseconds. Just we have sent it that is it a microsecond because it can also calculate in milliseconds. So if you put milliseconds, then it would be much faster than the microseconds. So that's it. So the digital write in the means that in the serial monitor, what will you do? You have to write that the trigger pin is high. That means it is running at. You have to just take the signal from the servo motor. I mean the HER sensor. I mean the ultrasonic sensor, and you have to delay 10 microseconds for the next command. And next of all, we have digital write trigger pin, which is low. Trigger pin low means that you have to completely cut off the signals from the trigger pin. So Arduino Uno can perform just one thing at a time. For example, if you are having your sensor at over here, and if you have a servo motor over here, and whenever you want when it is sensed, then it should be pressed like this. First it would sense, and after milliseconds or after it would press. So Arduino cannot be programmed at every single seconds, cannot a program while one is happening, it cannot program the another one. It maybe take some time like microseconds or milliseconds. So that's what we have given each time, low and high. So what's the duration? Just 2 microseconds. So now here we have put in the microseconds because it is already we have started off with distance, so we don't need to put the microseconds. So that, and after that we have serial print that the distance is less than 5. So the serial print you can actually delete it, and you can just type neither what you want. The distance is now the sanitizer is dispensing, or else you can put whatever you want. But as we are not going to connect in our laptop, if you are having lengthy cable than the normal one, then you can just connect it to your laptop. But now I do not have a lengthier cable, so I'm just using my power to give the power for it. And you have 790, this means in the which direction to turn. It can turn 180 degrees, but already we will start off with just 50 degrees, so it will just turn the 30 degrees. And delay 2000, so do 1000 microseconds, which equals to 1 second. 2000 microseconds in the hands, and 2 seconds. So it would take 2 seconds to come from the bottle of the down below to the upper side. Next of all, when we take off our hand, it would automatically close. So that is servo write 0. And that's it for the coding, and that's it for this video, and I'll see you soon. So this is just the seconds, 60 centimeters. So this is nothing but the sensors coding. So distance is less than 0, then this is just the serial mounted thing. So if you want, you can just serial print it, because as you are not going to connect it directly to the laptop, if you want, you can use serial printer, or else you can just delete that code. So guys, that's it for this video, and I will see you soon.